Hey, my name is Jasy Johnson, Monsoon Class of 2018. As you may be able to tell from my cover, my book is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. This is a young adult novel based in Omaha, Nebraska from the fall of 1986 to the summer of 1987. The story follows two very different characters, Eleanor Douglas and Park Sheridan, as they try and maneuver their way through life and love. Eleanor is big and awkward with fiery, crazy red hair. She's often seen wearing men's clothes paired with what looks like anything she can find around the house. She has had a rough life. Her deadbeat dad moved out a while ago, leaving her four younger siblings, her mom, with an alcoholic stepdad. On top of that, she gets bullied at school almost every single day. Because of her past, it takes a while for Eleanor to open up and trust other people. Park, on the other hand, has a seemingly perfect life, except for the fact that his dad is always pressuring him to be more manly like his brother. He's a teenage Korean American who finds it hard to fit into the all-white neighborhood. He feels different from the other men in his family because he's small and he likes to listen to music rather than play sports. After a while, Park begins to show his parents who he truly is so he can start really being himself. After Eleanor switches schools and appears on the bus, nobody wants her next to them. After a couple minutes of her standing around, Park reluctantly lets her sit by him, but doesn't say anything to her. At least not anything nice. Over the course of a couple weeks, they begin to slowly open up to each other by talking about comics and music and anything else that comes to mind on their 30-minute bus ride to and from school. Eventually, they realize that they like each other and start dating, but keep it a secret from their families, especially Eleanor's. They help one another maneuver through life in their own individual ways without knowing it. Thought of Park helps Eleanor get through her difficult life at home and at school, while Eleanor helps Park eventually change his father's perception of him into something more positive. After one eventful night, Eleanor comes home to see her belongings thrown around and destroyed, and finds a threatening note from her stepdad. She thinks about how she can escape, and to her surprise, two very unlikely people help her along the way before she can meet up with Park. To find out what happens next, you'll have to read the book. I enjoy this book because it was the first book I had picked up since probably elementary school that actually caught and held my attention throughout the whole thing. Prior to Eleanor and Park, I never really felt motivated to read, but one day during my junior year I decided to check this book out, and I've been reading ever since. I even started a little library in my room. Another reason why this story kept my attention was all of the musical references. In fact, the song that you may hear playing in the background right now is I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2. I picked this song not only because it's a great song, but because bands like U2 are mentioned throughout the whole novel, and music is one of the important ways that our two lovebirds bonded. Eleanor and Park will always have a special place in my heart, and I hope you also find the time to read this #1 New York Times bestseller. Thank you.